Imagine a life where no insult can touch you. No disrespect can disturb your peace. No matter what people say, no matter what they do, you remain calm, grounded. Most people believe anger is automatic, that being bothered is unavoidable, that emotional pain is something others do to us. But the Stoics, ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, knew something most people never learn. They understood that nothing external has power over you unless you give it permission. And in this video, we're going far beyond surface-level motivation. We're going to train your mind. We're going to rebuild how you see the world. And we're going to help you develop a mindset so strong that anger has nowhere to live. Before we begin, if this message resonates with you, if you believe more people need calm, wisdom, and self-mastery in a chaotic world, take a moment to subscribe and share this video. Not for algorithms, not for numbers, but because spreading wisdom is one of the few ways we make the world a little more peaceful. Now, let's begin. Anger feels powerful. It feels justified. It feels like strength. But in reality, anger is one of the easiest emotions to manipulate. When someone can make you angry, they can control your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Seneca warned us of this thousands of years ago. He said anger is a temporary madness. Think about it. How many decisions made in anger do you regret later? How many relationships were damaged? How many opportunities lost? Simply because someone pushed the right emotional button? The Stoics did not seek to suppress emotions. They sought to understand them, and then rise above them. Epictetus taught one principle that alone can change your life. He said, "Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your thoughts within your control. Your judgments within your control. Your actions within your control. Other people's opinions, their words, their disrespect, completely outside your control. The moment you expect control over what you cannot control, you guarantee frustration. This is where anger is born, not from events, but from false expectations. Marcus Aurelius wrote something incredibly powerful in his private journal. He said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." In simple terms, nothing offends you by default. You decide to be offended. When someone insults you, one of two things is true. Either what they say is false, in which case, why be disturbed by a lie? Or it is true, in which case, you've been given an opportunity to improve. So ask yourself, why anger? Why emotional pain? Why give someone power over your inner world? The Stoic does not seek revenge. The Stoic does not seek validation. The Stoic seeks inner sovereignty. A state where your peace is not rented out to the opinions of others. Where calm is your default response. Where provocation meets silence. And chaos meets clarity. This is not weakness. This is mastery. Listen carefully because we'll go deeper. You'll learn how the Stoics mentally prepared for disrespect before it ever happened. Why expecting negativity actually makes you stronger. And how to practice emotional immunity in daily life. Stay with me. This is where real transformation begins. Most people spend their lives hoping nothing goes wrong. The Stoics did the opposite. They prepared for difficulty before it arrived. This practice is called negative visualization. And despite how it sounds, it is not pessimism. It is psychological armor. Marcus Aurelius began many of his days by reminding himself of a simple truth. He wrote, "Today I shall meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Not because he hated people, but because he understood human nature. The average person wakes up expecting fairness, kindness, respect. So when disrespect shows up, it feels like a violation. And that shock is what creates anger. The Stoic feels no shock, because nothing has happened that wasn't already expected. When you expect rain, you don't curse the sky for being wet. You bring an umbrella. Negative visualization is that umbrella. Every morning, before the world has a chance to test you, pause for 30 seconds. Tell yourself calmly, "Today, someone may misunderstand me. Someone may disrespect me. Someone may try to provoke me." Then add this, "But none of this can harm my character, unless I allow it." This simple habit does something profound. It separates your inner world from external chaos. When negativity arrives, and it will, you will notice something strange. Your heart doesn't race. Your mind doesn't cloud. Your body stays relaxed. Because the event has already happened in your mind. This is why soldiers train before battle. This is why athletes visualize performance. And this is why Stoics remain calm under pressure. Let's be clear. Stoicism is not about becoming cold. It is not about suppressing emotion. It is about choosing which emotions deserve your energy. Think of emotional immunity like physical immunity. You don't avoid all bacteria. Your body learns how to respond without overreacting. The Stoic mind does the same. Anger gives the illusion of control. Calm gives actual control. When you stay calm, you think clearly. You speak intentionally. You act strategically. An angry person reveals their weaknesses. A calm person conceals their strength. This is why silence is often the strongest response. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you refuse to waste energy. When someone tries to provoke you, they are inviting you into their emotional state. You are not obligated to accept the invitation. A simple pause, a slow breath, and no reaction at all is often enough to dissolve the situation entirely. Fire needs oxygen. Deprive it, and it dies. We'll still explore something even deeper. Why indifference is more powerful than anger. How to respond when silence is not an option. And how to maintain dignity even in confrontation. Stay with me. This is where Stoicism becomes practical. Why indifference is misunderstood. Most people think indifference means not caring. They imagine coldness, detachment, emotional emptiness. But Stoic indifference is something entirely different. It is selective care. It means you care deeply about what matters and remain untouched by what does not. This is not apathy. This is wisdom. The Stoics divided life into two categories: things worth your emotional investment and things that are indifferent. Your character worth everything. Your values worth everything. Your integrity non-negotiable. Other people's moods, their insults, their attempts to provoke, indifferent. When you react emotionally to trivial things, you downgrade your own worth. The most powerful response is often none. There is an ancient Stoic lesson rarely discussed. Not every situation deserves a response. Silence is not weakness. It is restraint. Epictetus warned against becoming a slave to reaction. He said that if someone succeeds in provoking you, they have already conquered you. So when someone insults you, pause and ask, is my response necessary or merely emotional? Sometimes, silence is misunderstood. Sometimes, a response is required. In those moments, the Stoic follows one rule: respond without anger. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Speak only what is necessary. Marcus Aurelius advised himself to be firm, without hatred, calm, without weakness. A calm response disarms aggression. An emotional response fuels it. The art of not taking things personally. Here is a truth that frees the mind. Most people are not reacting to you. They are reacting to their own internal struggles, their fears, their insecurities, their frustrations. When you understand this, insults lose their emotional charge. You stop asking, why did they say that? And start asking, what pain is speaking through them? Dignity is quiet. It does not announce itself. It does not need approval. A dignified person does not rush to defend their ego. They know who they are. And because of that, they cannot be shaken. Seneca wrote that the greatest revenge is to be unlike the one who harmed you. The next time someone tries to provoke you, do this. Pause for 3 breaths. Say nothing. Observe your thoughts without acting on them. Then choose a response, or choose none at all. Each time you do this, you strengthen your inner discipline. We'll go even deeper into the Stoic mind. Now, let's talk about ego, why it is the real source of anger, and how to dissolve it without losing confidence. Stay with me. This is where true freedom begins. Anger is not caused by others. Most people believe anger comes from outside, from insults, from disrespect, from unfair treatment. But the Stoics saw deeper. Anger does not come from what happens. It comes from what you think should not have happened. At the center of that belief is the ego. The ego is not confidence. It is not self-respect. It is the fragile image you try to protect. The ego says, "They shouldn't speak to me like that. They must respect me. I don't deserve this." The Stoic asks a different question. Why do I need their approval to remain calm? If someone can insult you, they can steer your emotions. If they can steer your emotions, they can steer your actions. This is why Marcus Aurelius warned himself never to become dependent on praise or fear criticism. The ego is loud. Wisdom is quiet. Many people suffer because they cling to labels. Successful, smart, respected. When those labels are threatened, anger appears. The Stoic loosens their grip on identity. You are not your reputation. You are not others' opinions. You are your actions. Humility as a source of strength. Humility is not weakness. It is freedom. When you accept that you are imperfect, insults lose their sting. Seneca wrote that a wise person does not need to defend themselves constantly. They are at peace with their flaws. At the end of each day, ask yourself 3 questions. Where did my ego react today? Was that reaction necessary? What would a calmer response have looked like? This practice weakens the ego and strengthens self-mastery. Not every argument must be won. Not every insult must be answered. Not every misunderstanding must be corrected. Sometimes, the greatest victory is preserving your peace. Let's focus on daily discipline. How Stoics trained their minds every day. Simple habits that make calm automatic. Stay with me. This is how wisdom becomes a way of life. Stoicism is not a quote, it is a practice. Stoicism is not something you read once. It is not something you agree with intellectually. It is something you practice daily. Marcus Aurelius was not calm because he read philosophy. He was calm because he trained his mind every day, especially on difficult days. The morning Stoic practice. Before the world speaks to you, speak to yourself. Each morning, remind yourself, today, I will face challenges. People may be impatient or unkind. but I will not surrender my character. This prepares the mind the way stretching prepares the body. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies freedom. The Stoic trains this pause. A breath before speaking. A moment before reacting. This pause turns emotion into choice. Evening reflection, how Stoics grow. At night, the Stoic reflects. Not with guilt, not with shame, but with honesty. Seneca recommended reviewing the day like a teacher, not a judge. Ask yourself, where did I stay calm? Where did I react emotionally? What will I do better tomorrow? Why this wisdom should be shared. Here is something worth reflecting on. A calm mind does not just help you. It changes how you speak to others, how you respond to conflict, how you show up in the world. And in a world full of noise, calm is contagious. If this philosophy is helping you think more clearly, if these ideas are making you pause instead of react, then consider liking this video, sharing it with someone who needs steadiness, and subscribing, so we can continue spreading wisdom that strengthens character, not ego. Not everyone will accept this way of thinking, but those who do become calmer, stronger, and harder to disturb. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. The Stoic does not wait to feel calm. They practice calm until it becomes natural. Peace is built, not discovered. Let's bring everything together. You'll learn how to live unbothered, not by avoiding the world, but by mastering yourself. Stay with me. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes permanent. To live unbothered does not mean life becomes easy. It means you become stronger than difficulty. Problems still arise. People still disappoint. Injustice still exists. But none of it reaches your inner world without permission. This is the Stoic ideal. Everything you've learned in this video leads to one realization. You are not disturbed by events. You are disturbed by your judgments about them. Change the judgment, and the emotion changes with it. This is why the Stoics focused inward. They understood that the only true control you ever have is over your own mind. Why most people never master this. Most people wait for the world to change. They wait for others to be kinder, more fair, more respectful. The Stoic waits for nothing. They adapt. They train. They master themselves. When anger disappears, clarity replaces it. When ego fades, dignity remains. When reaction ends, choice begins. You stop asking, how do I defend myself? And start asking, how do I act with virtue? The Stoic challenge. Here is a challenge worth accepting. For the next 7 days, when something irritates you, pause, breathe, and choose calm. Observe how your world changes when you refuse to be pulled into emotional chaos. If this philosophy has spoken to you, if you feel yourself thinking more clearly, standing more firmly, and reacting less impulsively, then stay on this path. Subscribe, not for content, but for continued practice. Share this with someone who needs steadiness, not motivation. And return whenever the world feels loud. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Let that strength be quiet. Let it be steady. Let it be yours." Thank you for staying to the end. Walk calmly. Act with purpose. And remember, no one has power over you unless you give it to them.